Hey everybody, Crystal B here, and today I want to have a conversation and kind of tell everybody a little bit more about this special combination between the planet of abundance and luck and good opportunity and the planet of magic. Jupiter and Neptune have been operating in what is called a trine, which is a harmonious combination, since December of 2017, and they're going to be continuing their dance through August of 2018. Now, Jupiter and Neptune together are very opportunistic and also very surreal. And let me explain what that means. First of all, a lot of people are actually gaining some pretty off the charts opportunities from these two planets intermingling together so nicely. But on the other hand, it's actually causing some people to forget reality, because Neptune is a planet that really can take us away and kind of let us, dive into la la land. And it's wonderful for spirituality. It's not so good for practicality. Another plus that I'm really seeing is a lot of people are falling in love and potentially, testing the waters with going outside the box with relationships. And again, they're thinking not inside reality. They're really kind of moving on their feelings versus moving, kind of thinking about things. Jupiter and Neptune together are not encouraging us to think, they're encouraging us to feel. And this is really kind of prominent out there in the universe right now. Now, I've had a lot of my clients and a lot of people around me are, they're excited by the opportunity of these two planets working together. And as I said, there's a lot of opportunity. But they're also overwhelmed by the feeling energy that comes along with it. And I'm hearing a lot from people that it's really hard to focus and it's really hard to get things done. And I don't know why I'm doing this. It just feels really good. It doesn't, and they're not thinking about the consequences of their actions. So what I've developed is a quick little list. I have 10 tips and tricks to kind of help you maneuver through this immense and enormous feeling energy, and also maybe try to catch a hold of some of the opportunity that Jupiter and Neptune are trying to give back to us throughout their dance together. So my first tip is, number one, to keep it simple. I think that Jupiter and Neptune operating together, it's better to not be complicated, because when we're dealing with a lot of feeling emotion, that's complicated in itself. So keeping things simple is really going to help us kind of, move along in this rather, up and down terrain. Number two, be okay with making small amounts of progress versus huge, strides. I think, again, going back to the point of simple is better, I think small progress is in this period is much better than a big amounts of progress. And you should be thankful to yourself and honor yourself for the small progress that you made, because right now it really means a lot, and it might even be worth more in the end. Number three, get real and pretend, and make sure, not pretend, and make sure to keep your feet on the ground. As I said, this is a very ungrounding kind of energy, and it's very emotional, and it's very possible for us to, kind of lose sight of what we're doing and what are going to be the later consequences of our actions. So make sure to kind of, take your rose-colored glasses off. Number four, get in tune with your spiritual side and gain a new perspective on healing hurts of the past. There's a lot of potential here to really engage our beliefs and potentially change them or expand upon them, maybe take on a new perspective. I know that this combination is really helping astrology, and maybe you want to learn a little bit more about astrology and how astrology is affecting you. Or, astrology aside, maybe you want to kind of get engaged, get in tune with what your beliefs are and what what's kind of motivating you and where's your faith system. The other thing that this is really helping with is being able to heal the past and come to terms with it and move on with it in a new kind of way. Tip number 5. Be in tune with your intuition, because this is a very intuitive combination. I know that I'm feeling this very intense intuition around me. It's helping me even more in my chart work with my clients. And I see it with my clients that they're telling me they don't know where they're getting these visions and thoughts from, but they're suddenly coming. And it really is because of Jupiter and Neptune. You might even, I've actually noticed it in my son, who is a Scorpio, and Jupiter is actually riding through the sign of Scorpio. He was like, "Mommy, I'm just having all these feelings and I don't know where they're coming from." And he's actually getting a lot of intuition, and he's only 7. So I know that adults are getting it too. Tip number 6, create some boundaries, because boundaries are really good. If you don't have boundaries, you're going to be very apt to lose control. And it's good to be able to have distinct lines of what's acceptable and what's not, and where you're gonna, kind of cut it off. Number 7 is feel the feelings, because as I said, this is an emotional kind of energy. And you can run, but you can't hide. I've been talking to a lot of people who don't have a lot of emotional energy in their charts, and or like to hide from it rather. And they're feeling the feelings, and they're uncomfortable with it, but they're trying to get in tune with what it really means, and just trying to roll, because that's another kind of emphasis of this. We got to go with the flow. Tip number 8. Go with the flow, just like I said. It's very hard to stay in control with this energy. So we really kind of have to, kind of go with the flow and be ready to, kind of change perspectives, and maybe take a deep breath before you engage. You don't want to say something that you don't mean, and you don't want to say a yes when you really mean a no. Tip number, I believe I'm on 9, is to be aware of the area of your life that is expanding, because Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and he is encouraging us to, kind of take a new perspective on a different area of our life, and grab a hold of some opportunity. So despite, even if you're going through a really bad time, you are experiencing expansion and opportunity and abundance somewhere. And to know where Jupiter is operating in your astrology is really beneficial for that. It's actually embedded in my member horoscope, so you can take a look at, find out where the Jupiter cycle is affecting you. The last tip I have is, to have an outlet, because it's important with this energy to have some sort of release. And I know me personally, I am totally affected by this. I'm feeling it, and I've just recently started to exercise more and kind of engage in having a little bit more physical routine. It's really helping me. And I know some people are not necessarily, they don't want to exercise or have some sort of physical outlet, and that's okay, but you should have some sort of outlet. Maybe it's going to be creative, or, there's so many different types out there. I know sometimes just putting my headphones on and going for a power walk can be beneficial. You might want to think about doing that if you don't want to hit the gym. And again, keep it simple. It's not about, making this hardcore program for yourself or having these super big plans into transforming your body. It's about keeping it simple. And the last thing is that I want to just remind us that it's good during this period to get some sleep. You might even be feeling more tired than usual. And that is going to, the extra sleep is going to help you. But having a little bit more of a routine or a goal, even if it's very small, can actually help you exert through this extreme tiredness. Neptune is the planet of dreams, so he's wanting to, not only take us away into la la land, but he's also, making us a little bit more tired too. So again, these are just some quick tips and tricks. Be in tune with the opportunity factor. And if you are on a ride, a magical ride of some kind, enjoy it and love it and embrace it. But also just remember to look at things from a practical way and not get too caught up in the romance and the magical carpet ride, because eventually it will burst. And, we want to make sure that we're making good decisions along the way. So everybody, enjoy the Jupiter Neptune trine. I know that I really am enjoying it. I'm loving the magic that is around, but I'm also following my own tips that I've just given all of you to kind of survive the enchantment. So good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.